I think most times when we begin to start working and start taking responsibility, we are always in the bid to want to succeed immediately. It could be due to pressure from the inside or due to pressure from the outside, the society. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Omoye, the girl loved by God. And if you are a new viewer here, welcome to this beautiful community. And if you are an old viewer, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm so happy that you decided to come back to watch this video. So, today's video, I decided to share some shocking truths about being a fresh graduate. But before we move on, if you are yet to subscribe, kindly do so. Don't just view and leave. Please subscribe. And by the end of this video, you will be so happy that you are part of this growing community. So moving on, the first shocking truth I found that as a fresh graduate is that my certificate is not enough to land me a job. Because in this work environment, you have to have certain skills, not just any skills, but relevant skills that your employee would want from you. There are some skills that are relevant to a particular sector. There are some skills that are relevant generally for employment. We have some skills like teamwork, communication, problem solving, agility, and the likes. So if you are thinking that only your certificates can land you a job, please start building on some skills, and you can do that by participating in projects, involving yourself in activities that will shape your mind, that will build your mind, that will help you solve problems. You can even take up leadership roles in being part of a team. So basically just participate in accomplishing something. So if you are still in school, engage yourself in a lot of activities that will help you shape your mind and will also help you build these relevant skills that are needed in the work environment. And I think apart from your skills, if you're in a sector where they are relevant, or yes, they are actually relevant certificates that you need that would help you boost your employability, it is best that you start writing them. Like in finance or in accounting, there's something called ICANN, which is Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. It is something that will boost your employability. So if you can start writing it from school, ensure to do so. Do not wait till you are done with school to start it. I have a friend of mine, or the president in my class, she started a journey of being a chartered accountant, and before we graduated she was already chartered. And I'm like, that's so lovely, because by the time she's done, she has her certificates from school with her, and then she also has her certificate of being chartered. So if you're in a sector where there are certain certificates that you need, ensure to start writing the exams so that you can boost your employability in your field of sector. The second shocking truth I found out as a fresh graduate is that you need a very good, presentable CV to land a job. This is minus referral cases, or actually even if referral cases, you might still be asked to bring along your CV. So my advice would be that start building your CV now. If you're in your 200 level, 300 level, start applying for internship. Applying for internship gives you the view of how the work environment could be like. It gives you an experience which you can also add in your CV to make it look good and presentable, and ways you can prepare your mind for it. I never did any internship, and I think the one I even did was like just for a month. So even if you're a final year graduate in your final semester, do not fret, because there's this program in Nigeria called NYC, popularly known by most of us in Nigeria, which means National Youth Service Corps. So this is not an advertisement, but NYC gives opportunity to graduates to serve their country for a year. NYC gives graduates the opportunity to work at firms which they would have not been able to reach if they had had no work experience in school. As a fresh graduate, you can decide to leverage on this, ensure that your NYC year is well spent. I know that everyone has their own NYC experience, but from my own experience, NYC has been very profitable to me, because I can now decide whether I want to continue in my field or I want to transition into another career path. So I will still say this: as a fresh graduate, leverage on being a copper. If you are opportune to work in a good firm, leverage on it. And like I earlier mentioned, in building your CV, the presentation is also very important. I think even in the entry role level, they would also still ask for your CV. As a corp member, when I was coming to where I was posted to my PPA, I was still asked to actually bring my CV. And at that time, I had never started really building my CV. I just had one kind of template I was using. But thank God, at least they considered me to still work here. But it is good that you have a very good presentable CV. And in the description, I'll be adding a link to a book on how to write your resume yourself. And the sweetest thing is, it also comes with a template. This book was written by a friend of mine, and it has had so many good reviews by people who used it. So ensure to click on the link, go through the book, and start building your CV. The third shocking truth about being a fresh graduate is to know that networking is very important in the job market. There's this phrase I got online: who you know can be as important as what you know. Networking is very important. I never had the opportunities to go for conferences except for the ones that my school planned. So if you're a fresh graduate or if you're still in school, try your best to go for conferences. Go for conferences where you know that your potential employers will be there. And do not just go for conferences, ensure to network. So fellow fresh graduates or fellow students, start building your network within your school environment and outside your school environment. Go for conferences in line with your field. And while you're networking, also think about ways that you can give back to this person. Even if you want to receive from them, think about ways you can give back to them, so that it's not just a one-way thing, but it's a two-way thing. It's a mutual connection. So if you have not been going for conferences, please start doing so. If you have not been networking, please start doing so because it is very important. Referrals, there are people that have gotten jobs in this life that it is only through referrals. I remember in my Bible study, when our Bible teacher was talking, like in my church, he said that one of his friends, he got a contract just because he networked. He didn't even have it in mind that this person was even going to give him a job at one point, but because he networked with that person, because he connected to that person. Because networking is connecting to the person, not just with the mindset of I want to receive from that person, but connecting with the person. So because he connected with that person, one of his biggest contracts he has had so far in his career was from that person. So ensure to start building your network as a student or as a fresh graduate. The fourth shocking truth about being a fresh graduate is that there's going to be a lot of billing and a lot of responsibility. So in school, I always used to think that, God, things are so expensive, you have to do this, you have to do that. I used to think that transport was expensive, but living in Lagos, transport has been a lot. I don't go out so much, but the times I go out, I know how much I spend for transport. And I'm like, why? Why do I have to pay so much? And now that in Nigeria that petrol has gone up, transport too has literally gone up. And if you are part of those people that like using Uber, Bolt, I'm sure you get the whole feeling. So you know that you have to build the mindset that by the time I'm leaving school, I need to know how to manage my finances. I need to build my mindset that responsibilities are going to come my way, and I need to find ways to actually handle those responsibilities. So as a fresh graduate or a final year student, start preparing your mind, start knowing how to manage your finances, so that when you start working, things will not just come to you and you will not know how to manage it. And apart from managing your finances, managing your time is also very important. So many things are going to be thrown to you. My God, this thing will be coming your way, this will be coming your way, so many things. So you need to know how to manage your time. And in the description, I'll be adding a link to my blog where I talked about some of these things. And the fifth shocking truth about being a fresh graduate is that there's going to be pressure. I think being a youth, there's going to be pressure, literally. It may not even be pressure from the society or from an outward pressure. There's still pressure from inside, because you always want to succeed. Immediately you're done with school, you want to succeed in your career, you want to succeed in your finances, you want to succeed in life generally. But the truth is that growth is a process, and growth has to be taken one step at a time. So if you are just like me, who starts worrying about what step to take next, start thinking about what can I make of my life, just relax. Everything will be all right. God is on his throne. He's going to see you through. So relax Enjoy the growth process, enjoy how things are coming. And the sixth shocking truth about being a fresh graduate is that your grades in school does not define your success in the work environment or in the workforce. I've heard of stories of people that when they left school, maybe they graduated with a third class, and after school, they are one of the top people in the society. So do not let your grade to define you. If you're in your final year and you wanted to make your first class and you could not make your first class, don't let that limit you from succeeding in life. Don't let that limit you from succeeding in your career. Don't let that limit your mindset. I wanted to make a first class, but I couldn't make my first class and I got a second class upper. But that doesn't mean that because I have a second class upper, I cannot do much more in my career. So ensure that you do not let your mind be limited by your grades in school. And if you are still a 200 level or 300 level, still ensure to build your career. Start building it. I would just end with this: don't let your grades define your success. Basically, are there other shocking truths you found out after leaving school? Please share with us in the comment section. There are so many of us that need to know what to do and how to prepare ourselves before we leave school. So if there are shocking truths you found out after leaving school, please share with us in the comment section. And if you have anything to add, if you have any other thing that you might want to add, just let us know. Is there anything you got from this video so far? Let us know, or let me know in the comment section. Let's keep it going. Don't forget to subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell to get notified for valuable content. I remain Omoye, the girl loved by God, and I share my experience on several topics in my growth journey. So stay tuned. See you in the next video.